Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make an oat milk today and I tried that before in different ways. Today I have my own oat flakes again. Last time I did that too. Here, that's my freshly made oat flakes. I have an oat flaker, my oatmeal, as you say, I heard, in America or around the world. I don't know what you say. Here, that is the oat, the groats I got, the fresh groats. And my oat flaker makes it into these oat flakes, or this oatmeal. This is about the same amount. It's a third of a cup or so, or half a cup. And then you have maybe a cup or so oat flakes. And that same amount of the flakes I put into water overnight. Last time I did not do that. I put just water into the fresh ground oat flakes and I blended it. Here, that is what it looks like when the same amount gets soaked overnight. Yeah. I read about that. Some people find it very difficult to make oat milk. I tried it and failed too at first because it turns into something gooey or like a slime a little bit. There is a fiber in the oats. They're very healthy, but the slime, when you blend it too long, or when you press it to a nut milk bag, what I usually do to filter it, the other nut milks or seed milks. When you do that with the oat milk, you get also not a good oat milk. So what I learned was I just blended it in the power blender for 30 seconds to avoid that it warms up, because it warms up in the blender otherwise when you blend longer. So 30 seconds that is. And then I just put it through a colander, a sieve, a micro sieve. This is the fine mesh. That is important because otherwise you don't filter it. It has to be a fine one. So I tried that now with the soaked milk. Somebody said that is even better, but let's see if it works. So I use the oat milk all the time, so let's see if I can make it myself this way. I put it here in there, a little bit more. I wash the rest out here. Oh, okay. And now 30 seconds. Blender dance. It should be about 30 seconds, and it's, by the way, also the time, the amount of time, the duration that is recommended by the producer of this blender to save the blender as long as you can, so not to have it to get to repairs. You just should blend 30 seconds, and then it should be done. That's what it's made for. You can use it for all other kinds of things, but the longer you use it in one go, the more, the earlier you have to to put it to the repairs. It's not a big problem. This is a very good service. The Rainbow Blend, a German brand. You can only get it in Germany so far, I guess, but it's highly recommended. So what I do now is I just pour it through the sieve, and they said clearly, don't push it through. Just let it run, just as is. No, nothing, usually I take a big spoon when I do this with, to make juices or so. I take a spoon, a large spoon, and just push against the sieve, and in no time, it is already filtered. But when you do that, they say, with the oatmeal, it gets slimy. You don't want that, of course. So I don't do it, I wait, and I come back when it's done. It shouldn't take too long. See you in a second. So it took a little bit longer than I expected, but I wanted to do it by the book, and so I really took the time, and all I did was making these kind of movements. You see what's left here. That is a little bit, and there's still something coming out now and then. Yeah, some drops. I will catch that too, of course. But the most of it, I got it. Maybe I try one time with the spoon to help it, but I wanted to try it first time, just as they said, without pushing it. Let's see if it works. And now I will just fill it into a nice container to enjoy. I put it in the fridge. So that is easy. Usually it's a nice texture. I used a little bit more oat than last time, less water. So this oat milk is a little bit creamier. And that is always up to you, how you make your plant milk in general. Yeah. The more water you use, of course, the more runnier it gets. This is it now. I will try. Of course I will try. Let's see. Show you what it looks like. This is the texture. You see, it's a nice creamy oat milk and has a fantastic smell. The fragrance is really nice. There's nothing sharp in that smell. It's just very gentle. Let me taste it a little bit. Just a little teaspoon. It's nice. So this is a very, very pure oat milk. As they say, add a date, add a pinch of salt. That comes next. I just wanted to study the basics, so to say, make it from scratch, just the pure oat flakes. And now I have them even soaked, the next step. Before, many years ago, I tried to make oat milk with the oat groats, just blending these. You can look that up. There's a video called Oat Milk. You can find it if you want. There are different ways to make an oat milk. So this one is the latest, and I will continue. It's a fantastic cereal. It's very strengthening. It's wonderful for breakfast and for so many other things. People out now, right now, they always recommend oat milk wherever you go. You ask what kind of milk would you recommend, and they say take the oat milk. Yeah, I try them all. Yeah, now it's oat milk time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like the video, subscribe. MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. Enjoy the endless vegan variety. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And if you will, there is a thanks button under this video for personalized small donations.